Hey, I am Izna. Good morning, wherever you are. I hope you are having an amazing day, and I hope you are getting all your shit and feeling amazing. So, I wanted to do a video because I felt this was a topic I hadn't covered yet, something new-ish, to talk about, to go over, kind of in depth, since you guys like the longer videos. So I thought maybe this would be a good one to go over. We're going to talk about being stable, staying in alignment, keeping that, not being triggered. Okay. So if you guys like my content and you want me to do more of it, then go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down here, guys. I'd really appreciate it if you would come back and see me and let me know if you like the content. Leave me a comment. Say, hey, whatever you want to talk about. I would really appreciate the feedback. So, as well, and always check out my description if you want to know my coaching. Any way to get a hold of me is all down here for you. Just check out the description if you have any questions about any of that stuff. All my goodies are always listed in that description. So we are going to get right into it. So let's talk about if it's important. First, I guess I kind of wanted to jump in on, is it important to be stable, to feel good during this process? You know, I'm going to be honest with you, there's definitely times when I don't feel good, and I've still created anyway. So, is conscious creating dependent upon how you feel? Your conscious state determines what you create. That's what I'll say to that. So whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you're going to be seeing, depends on that conscious state. So if you're in a blah mood, then you might end up giving yourself blah results. It's not the end of the world. You're just not going to be super excited about them. Okay. If that's where your feeling state is, though, if that's what you're at, if that's where you currently are living, if that's where you are experiencing through right now, that's okay. You don't have to make yourself be in a different state. Don't force it. Don't pretend. Don't fake it till you make it. Don't do any of that. If you actively aren't there, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with not being there. Some days you're not going to be there. Some days you're going to wake up and it's cloudy outside and you're just going to be like, I have no energy. And that's okay. Some days you just won't. But other days you're going to feel great. You're going to feel badass. You're going to feel fierce. You're going to feel bold. You're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel, yeah, let's go get this, right? So go get it. Right? But if you're not there, then that's okay too. Sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself about where you are. Where are you? Where are you really? Not where do you want yourself to be, or where should you be, or, you know, where does everybody think I am? You know, what am I pretending to be? What brave face do I have to put on? You know, do I need to look good today? No. How do you really feel today? Start there. Because that's a really raw, open place to be. Being in that place makes it, though, so that you're aware. You can start in an authentic, sincere, respectful place for yourself. And that's so important. That's so important. Being honest, being true to yourself, giving yourself that space is so important. You're not always going to feel good. It's okay. You don't need to. But being honest, being authentic, being real with yourself That is important, guys. Being able to say, you know, today I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. I need to take the day off. I just want to go walk on the beach. I just want to be left alone. I want to eat a jar of cookies and watch old classic movies and, you know, just pretend like I'm Scarlett O'Hara and Gone with the Wind and everything is working out perfect. And I'll just deal with everything tomorrow, right? Okay then. If that's what you need to do, then do that. It's okay. But if you are in a great place, if you are feeling powerful, if you are feeling empowered, if you are remembering who the fuck you are, if you are in a great state of being, state of living, a place where you are living actively through something and you are feeling into it and you feel amazing, does that help? Yes. Is it hard to do, especially in the beginning, consistently? Yes. Because in the beginning, especially if you're doing this for a person, I want to put a disclaimer on this, and I am not telling you that this has to be your state of being and that this has to be for your reality. I am just telling you from my personal experiences here. Okay? So, from my personal experiences, whenever I was doing it in the beginning, I got triggered by everything. Everything. I could get good news and would feel great. And 2 seconds later, I would hear something slightly off come out of his mouth. And I was, oh my God, what just happened? Did it change anything? No. But things triggered me a lot back then. And I wasn't stable. I wasn't aligned. I was letting other people affect my energy so much that being stable, that choosing a state, that finding alignment, finding stability in my end and just living there, focusing on that was up, down, all over. Like, because from one day to the next, I had no idea what I was going to feel like. And up here, I was all over the place. It was so chaotic. It was so overthinking. It was so second guessing. It was so back and forth. It was, oh my God. And so a lot of my results that I kept getting were up and down and all over. Is it important for us to remember that the way that we balance that out, the way that we calm that down, the way that we stabilize starts right here, guys. Right here. Right here. Self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, self-respect. Yep. I know I say it a lot in my videos lately. It's probably my pet project. It's probably the biggest thing that I can say over and over and over again. It's life-changing. It will literally make it so that if you can get this concept, you can change your life. You will change your life. But this is how you stabilize. This is how you trust. This is how you know. This is how you come into a place where you can live through things instead of looking for things. There's a difference between constantly being stable and knowing things are happening and seeing signs and being like, oh yeah, that's nice, great. Glad things are working out. That's awesome. Or being in a place of anxiety and desperation and being triggered by everything, and so you're looking for signs to make yourself feel better. If you're constantly in like that question answer, is it okay? Should I do this? Guys, there's no one above you. There's no one in your world that is better than you. There's no one in your reality that has answers except you. So whatever answer, whatever conclusion, whatever the end of the story is, nobody can give you an opinion or feedback or a comment or anything like that that's going to matter more than yours does. They just can't. They don't, like, your opinions, like, if you want to make it, I guess, so that their opinions matter more than yours, you can, but that just adds more stress and more difficulty, and nobody's opinions should matter more than yours. And ultimately, what you're going to find out when you do this journey is the more you listen to other people's opinions, the more you listen to other people's input, the more you listen to other people's stuff, the harder it is to stay stable. The harder it is to stay aligned. Because then you're all up in their drama. You're all up in that 3D. You're all in the whole experience again. It's real. You're in it. What about this? And what about that? And oh my God, what if this happens? Or should I do this? Or what about that? Or, oh wow, this could happen. And you trick yourself into the whole game again. And then you get right back into it. So it's okay. We all do it. But the point is, though, is that you need to get yourself out of this mode that we constantly fall back into of, I need that validation. I need to ask that question. I need others' opinions. No, you don't. You're the boss. Would you, as a boss, if you were working at a boss of a gigantic store somewhere, I don't know, if you were the boss of CEO of Disney, would you be asking your employees what their salary should be? Would you be asking people what their hours should be? Would you be asking people what part they wanted to play? No. You're out there saying to people, look, like, I'm hiring you, and this is the pay you're going to be taking. These are your hours. Go have fun. Bye-bye. You're the boss. That's it. So act like it. There is no question answer section. There is no feedback. There is no commentary. There is no negotiation. This isn't a haggle. This is I'm the boss. This is what I want. Go have fun. So when we talk about stabilizing, and we talk about living in the end, and we talk about feeling aligned, this is what this means, guys, is that no matter what happens, no matter what the 3D shows you, no matter how triggered you get, no matter how much validation happens, right? Or doesn't happen, then you need to be able to say to yourself and remember, no, I'm the boss. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm good. Things are going to work out. I don't even need to worry about it. Like, that's whatever. It's cute, but no. Right? Especially if it's not what you want, if it's not ideal, if it's not the desired outcome, then you literally just need to, no, It's like how they used to sit there and say, talk to the hand. Right? Because that's literally what you need to start doing. No, I'm not going to pay attention. It does not fucking exist. No. I know it's hard, and I know a lot of you, have questions specifically about how do I ignore the 3D? How do I not let the 3D get to me? How do I stabilize even with the 3D being in my face? This is how, guys. It's because you focus on what you fucking want. You focus on who you are. You focus on the fact that you're the fucking boss. You've made a fucking choice. I am the goddamn fucking boss. That's the end of it. I'm not accepting any answer except the one I've said is happening. Period. That is what I focus on. And when I say I'm not accepting an answer except the one that I'm focusing on, that means there's a twofold thing happening here, guys. One, I'm not accepting it from my 3D. I'm not accepting it from outside sources. I'm not getting triggered by it. I'm not accepting any outcome that shows me anything different. And if it does show up differently, then I do not engage or interact with it, because the version of me that has it would not do so. Okay, so if you choose to interact or react or become triggered to something like that, that is fine. It doesn't change anything. You just need to step back into the version of you that would already have it and continue forward. Okay, because that's how we get what we want, right? But if the outside source here, right, if we're doing this from an outside perspective, okay, that's one angle. But also, if you're actively sitting there and choosing what you want and who the fuck you are, and you're not accepting anything different, then you can't accept anything different from yourself either. You can't be sitting there having a different fucking conversation in your head and focusing your thoughts inside your head and having this conversation inside your head that goes completely against whatever the fuck it is that you want. Because that's not being stable, guys. That's not sitting there and being a version of you that actually is getting it done. Being stable means you're in that calm, aligned, knowing place of it's already mine. It's already mine. And now I can walk around and talk like it, walk like it, act like it, live in it, have it, be it. It's already mine. So that's what stabilization is. You have to be able to do that. Not just from an outside perspective, but from an inside perspective. Stabilize yourself. In the beginning, this is going to be a little bit hard. And I'm going to be honest about this, because in the beginning, it is common for a lot of people to have really obsessive thoughts, especially right after a breakup. It is very difficult to not be obsessive. And that's fine. You can be in an obsessive place. You can be in an obsessive place even if you're talking about a job. Even if you're talking about, getting the career of your dreams. You can be obsessive about it. I get it. If bills are piling up and you need that money, okay, yeah, you can be obsessive. And that's fine. It's not going to change anything. The only thing that's going to change it is if you sit back and you just know. You just tell yourself, this is the way it's going to happen. This is the way it's going to happen. And yes, I know there's going to be moments that are going to test you. I know there's going to be moments where those thoughts are going to pop up and that conversation's going to happen inside your head and you're going to doubt and worry and the fear. I know. Okay? But this is how you overcome it. This is how you get stable, guys. You reach inside your head, and whatever thought you're having, you tell yourself, no, that's an old story. No, I don't think like that anymore. No, the new version of me is not sitting here talking to herself like this. No, this is not something I have to worry about anymore. My new version of me wouldn't even be fazed by this discussion. We wouldn't be having it. It would be done. I would have nothing to worry about. And she would be on to bigger and better things. So this isn't a discussion that I am having, period. I know what's going to happen. I've said it's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, period. And you do that to yourself every single time one of those fucking negative thoughts comes up. You've got to be, for lack of a better word about it, you've got to be fucking anal retentive about it. You've got to be on that shit. Because I'll tell you what, for you to get stable, it requires you to sit there and go to war. Go to war. You've got to shut it down. Every single time you sit there, sorry, I have a hair on my lip. There we go. Every single time you sit there and allow those thoughts to come in and take over, you're literally making it so that they are the majority of your thoughts. They're taking over. So if you're going to win a battle, then you've got to have the majority on your side. You've got to be pushing back. You got nope, 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 nope. You got to keep up. You got to go to war. You got to make it happen. You got to make it important. Now, am I going to sit here and say you can't let some of them go through? What if one of them slips? What if I mess up and I let a few slip? That's fine. That's fine. It's not a big deal. You're going to slip. You're human. It's okay. But you got to have awareness enough that you are picking up more and more on these thoughts, and you're flipping them, and you're catching them, and you're doing it more and more and more, right? And every single time, I used to do two things, right? One of them was every single time I did this, whenever I felt myself stabilize and I didn't react to something, or I didn't freak out about something that I could have, right? In the beginning, when I first started noticing that I was doing it and I was getting good at it, I would reward myself every single time so that I would want to keep doing it, right? Our brains, our chemical makeup, our bodies are built around positive reinforcement. That's just the way we're built. So if you can do it so that you can give yourself something every single time, something great, you want to give yourself some affirmations, you want to give yourself, I don't know, a cookie, you want to give yourself, a extra trip to the gym or something, you want to give yourself whatever, right? Whatever feels good to you. Give yourself a small little reward for doing good. Celebrate it. Celebrate you getting your shit, right? Because this is what stability is, guys. This is you actively staying the course. Staying the course. Feeling aligned, not being triggered. Knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing your that it's not going to change. No one can change it but you. It's like you've walked into a movie theater, but then you realized you walked in early and you're actually sitting there watching the end of the movie. Not the one you bought, but the one prior to it, right? You're like, oh man, I should go, but well, I'm still here, so I might as well watch it, right? So you watch it and you see the end of the movie. And everybody gets up and they leave, and then people come back in, the movie starts up again. This is your movie this time though, right? Like this is the one you came for, right? This is your movie. Okay. So if something bad were to happen in the movie, but you had seen the end, would you get upset? Every time you get upset, every time you get triggered, you need to ask yourself, wait a minute, I've already seen the end. Why am I getting upset? I've already seen the end. Why am I getting upset? There's nothing to be upset about. Stop focusing on whatever is in front of you. Doesn't matter. It's a trick. It's a test. It is there to tempt you, to test you, to make you forget what version you are. Do not let it do it. Do not let it do it. Do not be convinced by it. Stand firm in your stability, in the new version of you, and no, this is who I am. This is what I want. This is what is going to fucking happen. I've seen the way it fucking ends. I'm going to sit here with my fucking junior mints and watch the rest of the fucking movie, and it's going to end exactly how I fucking said. Thank you. Next. That's the way you need to start viewing everything that triggers you. And is your person going to trigger you? Yes. Is money going to trigger you? Yes. Is weight going to trigger you? Yes. is, you know, all the stuff that matters to you in life is going to trigger you. It's your job, though, to remember what the end of that movie is, guys. That's living in the end. That's having it. That's being it. That's literally acting as if. Okay? So, if you are doubting, if you are worried, if you are fearful, if you're not sure, and you are having a hard time stabilizing, ask yourself that question, right? If I saw the ending of my movie and I knew how it ended, would I be upset about this right now? And let that be the little guiding voice in your head with all the stuff going forward. Let that become your guiding light. Let that become the lighthouse that guides you in your true north. Okay? And make that be, nope, this is my path. This is, nope, nothing is going to deter me from what it is that I know is happening. Nothing is going to trigger me. Nothing is going to change my focus. Nothing is going to be other than what I have decided is happening. I'm not giving up on myself. I am not getting triggered. I am not having those silly second guessing, overthinking, crazy, chaotic inner conversations that do absolutely no good. I'm getting what I want. And I'm going to be stable. And I'm going to do it from whatever state I'm currently in. And that's okay. It's still going to happen no matter what. Because it's already mine. Okay? So I just wanted to do this quick video. I really wanted to remind you guys how important stability really is, or alignment, whatever you want to call it, and let you guys know that it literally is just a choice, guys. It's really that easy. Just make a choice. You got this. I love you guys so much.